Håkan Olsson from Beemer Smart Home, and today we are at the Lightapalooza down in Phoenix, Arizona. And you know, we pride ourselves helping customers use technology to be more comfortable, safe, and entertained in their home. And a huge component of that is the lighting. So what we are here today and the following days is to learn about lighting design, because that's where it starts. So we're going to learn about the design, but also there's a huge revolution in the industry about having individually addressable light fixtures, whether it's fixtures or LED tape lights. So we're going to learn about that. And then finally, how do you easily control it all? So we have all these courses that we're going to attend, and then we're going to talk to some of our favorite manufacturers as well. So stay tuned. And I'm here with Jennifer from American Lighting.
Hello, everyone.
And we actually at Beemer Smart Home actually love American Lighting's lineup of linear lighting, because you can get anywhere from a basic to the very best.
So we're seeing more advanced controls needed for some of the dynamic lighting systems that are out there. So between human-centric lighting, really cool color-changing effects, it's much easier to do that when you have a full control system rather than relying on a simple dimmer.
So tell us about what you're showing here.
What I like to show is our pixel wall. So behind here, we have a series of individually addressed LEDs that are able to do RGB plus warm white, and then you're able to create whatever dynamic scene you want. So whether it's a swirl like you see there, we also have a starry night and a fire scene. So whatever you want to add to your space, you can individually address it to make it whatever design you want. So with this product, you would even be able to make it dance to music. So as they have music going, or even when their feet hit the floor, you can make it so the lights are dancing to that same beat. So that is a wonderful application for this.
I love that. But it's kind of big pixels. If you want smaller pixels, what would you do then?
You could use our high density canvas pixel product. So this is like a wallpaper full of diodes. So you'd be able to individually address these so that one, you'd be able to get the diodes closer, but also you wouldn't have to raise the dance floor up as much to diffuse the light.
And I'm here with Jeff from Control 4. And it's really exciting with Control 4. We've been using Control 4 for years, which is in our mind a fantastic platform for do control, whole house control, whether it's lights, shades, music, video, whatever it is. But I'd love to hear some of the new things you're coming out with.
We released the contemporary keypad solution just over a year ago. What we heard from customers, from integrators, were that they wanted to have additional options in the style of the keypad. So we released this contemporary design, flat buttons, nice flat, clean faceplates. They're available in all the same colors. We actually added a new color for contemporary, the color gray. We have all of the metal faceplate finishes available today now too. And it works for both the wireless products and the wired keypad products. Fits on the same hardware. So you can go into an existing home. If the customer wants to swap their keypads, you can add this new style keypad to their system.
And the wonderful thing with these is that they can control anything in your home. Traditionally, you control lighting and shades, right? But if you want to turn music on, you can do that.
Yeah,
if you want to unlock the front door, you can do that. If you want to change your thermostat, you can do that too, right? Yeah.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with these keypads.
Yeah.
But lighting, why are you doing lighting? Aren't you a control company?
Where control is moving into the fixture, and there are various reasons for that. One of the reasons is that you get a lot better control of the light output and color, and then you have the flexibility of individually addressable light. So as this technology shifts, we're seeing how important it is for the control system to be tightly integrated with the lighting so that you can provide a really nice, seamless experience to the customer. And we feel like it's very important to embrace that.
I'm here with Shay from Coastal Source. You guys do both outdoor audio and lighting.
Yes, we do.
And one thing that I was blown away with is you can feel the quality. Is this solid brass?
It is solid brass. That's one thing we're very proud of, is our quality, and we're a little unique from a lot of manufacturers. A lot of guys have a brass fixture. We've got a solid brass fixture all the way down to our stake. It's also solid brass. It's not going to break off on you. It is really designed to live in the elements. We're engineered out of the Florida Keys, a very harsh salt environment, which is where the name Coastal Source came from.
Okay.
But it's a very durable product for warm or cold climates. Yeah, so we have our our color changing lamps, which are addressable over via Bluetooth.
Okay.
We do a little similar approach, but different. So as far as adjusting each light fixture, we most definitely do, but a lot of our product, we use either an integrated LED lamp or a drop-in LED lamp, but we have different effects we can snap or screw into that lamp fixture, whether it's dimming it, widen it, color shift, lens shift, filter wave, all these different effects that you are gonna do individually throughout the landscape based on what you're shining on. Our niche line of fixtures, which are our small, like if you will, micro LED product. So a lot of these different types of niche fixtures that amazing strong light output, very small.
See the difference in size. Yeah.
Very small form factor.
Size matters sometimes.
Absolutely. Yes. That's what I've heard, huh?
Yeah.
We got up lights, down lights. These little lights that'll go flush into a hardscape, a deck railing. Just lots of cooler work, kind of, you know, the micro trend. We're a lot of smaller down, but you're not having to sacrifice light output or quality.
I wanted to show you the amazing things that EMF Lighting is doing. I'm here with Mike Libman, who heads up integrated channel in North America. And one thing that I really appreciate with your guys is you can dim it really nicely. It doesn't drop out. You can get very nice low dim levels. But I love your help to figure out the top things that you're showing out here.
Yeah, so one of the things we were talking about is our DID series for retrofit applications. So what's fantastic is that you can take a module, which has an integrated driver. You can take a 4, 5, or 6-inch trim, twist and lock, and then go into an existing housing that's already in the ceiling. And so what's great about this, you got 1% dimming, you can do warm dim, and you get a 10-year warranty, and it's very easy to swap out.
So if you have that 6-inch can and when you dim it, it starts to flicker or drop out, you get this and you're done, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Love it. And if you don't want to see this 6-inch thing, I mean, new construction, you typically see smaller apertures. What do you do then?
So standard 4-inch trims down to a 2-inch, you're getting the exact same performance between these two products, but again, very discreet, very beautiful aesthetic in the ceiling, and full fixture families for both of them. This is actually showing those same modules in a cylinder application, but what's great is that I can manage the intensity, but I can also change color. So you can see I've got a really warm glow down to 1800 on the bottom. I've got my bright white, more vibrant during the day.
Instead of having to decide, do we want a 2700 Kelvin, do we want a 4000 Kelvin, you can get this and then you just tune it to whatever you want, right?
Exactly. So it gives you a lot of flexibility to achieve a lot of different things. I mean, even if you have different loads in the home and you want to fine tune it, make sure the color is consistent across those different areas. This just gives you the ability to be really precise. And
stop by a booth called Cluj and with Angelo here. Some really interesting linear lighting that I've never seen before, including these that you can twist around. Can you tell us how you do that?
Yeah, so we have presses in our factory in Vero Beach that, you know, you give us the amount of bends you want to see in a foot spacing, and we'll bend them through, we'll put them through the press and we'll bend them for you. We can actually do radiuses of all different sizes, so we can make big circles, little circles.
Any type, shape, form?
Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen that because we've only seen linear before, and now it can be any shape and form, right?
Yeah, we can manipulate our forms pretty easily. You know, almost all of them. Anything that doesn't have a flange essentially can be twisted or bent.
Yeah. So this is an LED tape light, right? But it's on a black wall.
Yep. And it has a black color.
And it stays black.
Yep.
I love that.
It's really popular in theaters because, you know, when most theaters have dark walls and ceilings and it hides until you need the light. The other nice thing about our product is that there's no color shift.
Yep.
You put a 4000 or a 3000 Kelvin in, you're going to get that same color.
Yep.
Abby, I run the Catcher Experience in Austin, Texas. So lovely to meet you guys here in Arizona. I'm going to take us through a 10-minute light experience to show you how with changing the light, we can actually create these different ambiances and moods in the space. When we have a wide range of color temperatures, we can actually use it to start painting our space with these really beautiful layers of light, since we have that individual wireless control of every fixture. So I'm going to show you how we built out some layers in this tiny home. Starting with what we refer to as our base layer of light. This is just our general illumination so we can see around the room without bumping into anything. These are the S30s in the ceiling.
followed by our task lighting. So this is that really purposeful light we need for prepping meals, for cooking for our friends, making cocktails. And then finally, we have that three-dimensional layer where we introduce the accent lighting. And this is the lighting that really makes the room kind of pop and come to life. And you'll notice across these layers that we're actually using different color temperatures to make this feeling. So the task lighting is a little bit cooler, the decorative's a little bit warmer, and it creates this depth in the room. So this is what we would consider a dining or an entertain scene, where click of a button, I can press on my Palladium keypad, the room moves and everything's set perfectly. And this is an example of using a bit of color, but with warm white light in those areas that we need it to create something that actually could feel like a restaurant, right? It's interesting to think about making your home feel like your favorite restaurant or your favorite bar. And so a bit of color here. The decorative over the table has 3 lamps in it, and we're actually playing with different colors in each one, so it kind of creates this little visual interest. I'm going to introduce a little bit of a warm, dim light to show you how this could feel in the middle of the night. So this is at 0.1% intensity. This is 1400 Kelvin color temperature. And it can be kind of hard to see with the daylight in the space, but our eyes are so intelligent, yeah, and in the fixtures in the ceiling, our eyes are so intelligent that...
And it doesn't flicker and it doesn't drop out.
Doesn't flicker, yeah. It's totally smooth. And so in the middle of the night, our eyes adjust, they adapt. And this is actually enough light to see by to get a glass of water in the middle of the night without bumping into anything. Really, all of this is possible because we're mixing color with the Ketcher light engine to create a dynamic, natural light experience that actually feels true. And so I'm going to show you that color temperature range with Ketcher. We can go down to 1400. It allows us to go up to 7,000 Kelvin in the app. We can go up to 10,000 in the actual software. But our experience with daylight is what we just felt in that show. It starts at about 2,000 Kelvin. It cools off to about 5,000 Kelvin, right? And all of this is made possible by that color mixture in the background. And so in the Lutron app, we could pick a color if it's a special occasion. We can open a camera and take a picture of one if we wanted to.
Sorry about that.
Wow. So the orange of the Gerber daisy.
Really cool.
Right, more of a party trick than anything. And I like to think of the app as kind of an extra layer. We never have to open it. If we don't want to use an app control, we don't have to. We have keypads on the wall. But this is more to show off the system, to have a little bit of a playful experience with the light. And for some people, it can be really comforting to know that if they wanted to adjust things themselves, they would never have to call out their programmer, right? They could just do it directly in the app. There's another layer of control with Ketcher that we call vibrancy, where we can actually remix the recipe of the light and create this Photoshop effect. So the color temperature is staying the same. So in that app, you have that sliding dial, and what's happening is as we're increasing the vibrancy, the mixture of red, green, blue, and white is changing. So these little sophisticated math equations in the background that make something really intuitive and simple for the end user. But the color temperature maintains. So what that means, a huge application of this is in art, for personal art collections and art galleries. We can have multiple pieces of art and each one is tuned to a different level of vibrancy but looks the same on the wall. And it's beautiful to see on something organic. I mean, a bowl of fruit, a bouquet of flowers, but we're really using this for the finishes in the home. Wood grains, fabrics, stones, anything with texture. The interior design community, this really resonates with them because they understand that difficulty. You're really trying to choose the best finishes for the light in the space, but it may not look exactly the way we wanted it to, so we can really tune it and perfect it there. The reality is we don't need our lights on all of the time. That's not what we're advocating for. But in moments where you get a little bit of glare, where the shears come down or the shades come down, we have these moments of dimness, we want to just seamlessly pull it in. We don't even want to notice it. That's the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Nice.